It's Tarot Time.
The year was 1287. In the Scottish Highlands, a wild river known as the Black Water cut through the valley like a wound through the earth. In spring, it swelled with snowmelt. In winter, it roared with storms. More than one traveler had vanished beneath its dark currents, so the village lord ordered a stone bridge built. For years, masons chipped, hauled, and carved. Massive arches rose above the water. Slowly, the two sides of the valley reached toward one another. But then disaster struck. A brutal winter storm destroyed part of the central span. When spring returned, only a narrow gap remained unfinished. Close enough to tempt, far enough to terrify. Among the workers was a young mason named Ewan. His hands were steady, his measurements were precise. Unlike the reckless laborers who drank too much ale and boasted too loudly, Ewan was known for his caution. Some called it wisdom, others called it fear. One evening, a group of workers stood near the unfinished bridge.
Who will cross first?
No one moved. The river thundered below. Then another worker pointed at Ewan.
Certainly not him.
The words struck deeper than Ewan cared to admit. That night, as he lay awake, he made a promise to himself. One day he would cross that bridge. Not for them, for himself. The next morning, he walked toward the unfinished span. Mist drifted over the water. His heart pounded. He studied the stones, measured the distance, calculated the risk. Then he stepped back.
Tomorrow.
The stones were damp. Tomorrow would be wiser, but tomorrow brought strong winds. The next week brought rain. Then winter arrived. Then work became busy. Then life moved on. Years passed. Ewan became a master mason. His reputation grew. People traveled from distant villages seeking his expertise. He repaired churches, designed roads, built homes that would stand for generations. Yet every so often, he returned to the bridge, always looking, never crossing. Each visit ended the same way.
Not today. The conditions are not right. I will wait a little longer.
One summer, a shepherd's daughter named Fiona began walking with him along the river. She was clever and adventurous. Unlike Ewan, she spoke openly about her dreams.
I want to see the world beyond these hills.
You should.
She smiled.
You could come with me.
For a moment, Ewan imagined it. New cities, new opportunities, a different life. But uncertainty followed the vision like a shadow.
I need more savings first.
You always find another tomorrow.
The next spring, she left without him. Years later, travelers returned with stories. Fiona had crossed the sea, started a thriving business, visited lands Ewan had only heard about. Each story left him staring at the unfinished bridge, as though it were mocking him. Decades slipped away. Young apprentices became old craftsmen. Children became parents. Parents became grandparents. The village changed. Ewan did not. He became known as one of the wisest men in the Highlands. People came seeking advice, and Ewan always offered the same counsel. Be patient, think carefully, wait for the right moment. The villagers praised him. Yet each time he spoke those words, something tightened inside his chest. Because he knew a secret, he was still waiting for his own right moment. Then came the autumn of his 70th year. His hair had turned silver, his hands trembled, his steps had slowed. One evening he stood once again before the bridge. The river was unchanged, the gap remained. For the first time in his life, Ewan saw the truth clearly. The bridge had never been the obstacle. The weather had not stopped him. The river had not stopped him. The unfinished span had not stopped him. Fear had stopped him, the same fear he had mistaken for wisdom all his life. The realization struck harder than any hammer. All those years he had been waiting for courage to arrive. But courage had never been something that arrived. It was something that acted, even while afraid. Ewan stepped onto the bridge, one stone, then another, then another. The river roared beneath him. The gap drew closer. His heart raced exactly as it had 50 years earlier. Nothing had changed, except time. When he reached the edge, tears filled his eyes. Not because he feared falling, because he finally understood what had been lost. The leap that was possible at 20 was impossible at 70. He sank to his knees, not in defeat, in understanding. As the sun began to set, a group of village boys approached the bridge. One of them stared at the gap with wide eyes. Ewan removed the mason's hammer hanging from his belt, a tool he had carried nearly his entire life. He placed it into the boy's hands.
Sir, should I be careful?
Ewan smiled sadly.
Yes,
His voice grew quiet.
but do not be so careful that your life never begins.
Ewan spent his life waiting for the perfect moment. The tragedy was not that he failed. The tragedy was that he waited so long that the choice was taken from him. Fear rarely tells us to stop. More often, it tells us there is still time, until one day there isn't.